Hello everyone, myself Saurav Mandal and this is task number 4 Exfoliatory Data Analysis Terrorism. Our task in hand is as a defense analyst try to find out the hot zones of terrorism and what all security issues and insights can be driven by the analysis. Now this is my storyboard and let me interpret the storyboard now. So first of all we will discuss about the effect of terrorism by region. So here are the total number of attacks happened in the particular regions. So in naturally, red color depicts the danger sign and green color depicts safety. So the red color portion of the this segment depicts the danger regions while the green color depicts the safer region. Even the size as well. So here we can see that the Middle East and North Africa region have most number of attacks while the Australian Oceania region has the least number of attacks. Also, in affect section, since every affect has a negative impact, so each of the graph is in reddish color. Here, as the intensity of the color increases, it shows the level of harmness or dangerousity. Here, this map shows the level of terrorism in each of the countries. So here we can see that Iraq is mostly red, so it is the country with highest rate of terrorism. It has more than 24,000 attacks or terrorist activities, followed by Pakistan, Afghanistan and India. Now let us customize this dashboard according to the particular regions. First of all, Middle East and North Africa. Now in this section we can see that the total number of persons killed were more than 2,500. A number of people wounded is around 6,000. The property loss is around 2,700. The success rate of attacks or the success number of successful attacks were more than 1,500. Total suicide cases were 62. Specificity is 1980 and vicinity is 96. Here we can see that. So here we can see that apart from the country Iraq, all other countries were actually safe zones. So Iraq with a total number of attacks of 24,000 is a hot zone. Now let us see for the South Asia region. Here the most of the countries were showing us red. Therefore, this is a definitely a hot zone. Here the country Pakistan, then Afghanistan, then India were actually the hot zones while the country Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka were actually green. So they are safe, they are actually safe zones. Now let us see the data particularly for India. Here we can see that the total number of attacks were 11,960, among which the persons killed were 499. The total number of people wounded were 730. Property losses 952. Successful attacks were 570, and suicide cases were actually 0. Specificity is 1032. Vicinity is 110. For Pakistan, the number of people killed were 1676. The total number of people wounded were 2649. The total property loss is about 1154. The successful attacks were 964. The suicides were actually 43. Specificity is 1371. Vicinity is 108. So here these countries, Afghanistan, Pakistan, were definitely the hot zones, while India is an intermediate because its its terrorist attacks were quite low as compared to the others, but still for in this group it is a hot zone. Now let us see for South America region. There the total number of attacks were actually 18,978. Here the property loss is about 2. The total number of people wounded is 90. The total number of people killed were actually 43. Success is 90 successful attacks. Here the hot zones were actually Colombia, where 8,306 attacks took place, and Peru, where 6,096 attacks took place. Now let us view for Western Europe. Now in Western Europe, we can see that the comparatively the number of killed, wounded, property loss, success is actually quite low as compared to Middle East and South Asia. So definitely it is in green. Now here we can see that in this region the hot zones were United Kingdom, Spain and somewhat France. Now in the Southeast Asia, as compared to the other countries in Southeast Asia, the hot zone is actually Philippines. Though its total number of attacks were quite low as compared to Middle East, South and South Asian countries, but still for this region it is the hot zone. Now for sub-Saharan Africa, the hot zones were actually Nigeria and Somalia. Now, and the other countries were actually safe zones. Now, for actually Nigeria, the total number of persons killed were 447. Number of wounds were actually 619. Property losses 272. Successful attacks were actually 159. Suicide were actually 4. Specificity is 201. And vicinity as 1 and 1 just. Now for Central America and Caribbean, the total number of attacks were actually 10,034. Here the total number of people killed were actually just 2. So it is actually a safer region. Here just the red color is showing just for this whole region. As in this whole region, this is the hot zone, but it is actually not for if we see for the total. So these countries here were actually the safe zones, like these regions here. Here the Eastern Europe, East Asia, Central Asia, and North America, and the most safest is actually Australasia and Oceania. Here we can see that for this section only, Australia is the most hot zone, but actually it has only 114 terrorist attacks, which is not there is nothing as compared to that of Iraq, which actually has around 24,636, where the people killed were actually 1,870, more than 5,000 people wounded, more than 2,000 property loss. There were total of 1,183 successful attacks. Suicide were actually 46, specificity 1,433 and vicinity 63. So the countries lying in South Asia and Middle East and North Africa were actually the hot zones, among which the crucial hot zones were Iraq, Afghanistan, Pakistan, and India. Now, if we customize this dashboard for the type of attacks, so we can see that let us see for kidnapping. Here we can see that in kidnapping, the most threatened area is actually India. That is with the total attacks of 1184. Then come then comes actually Colombia, then Afghanistan, then Pakistan, and then comes Iraq. Next for hijacking, the most threatened area is again India, then Libya, then Colombia. Now for armed assaults, the most threatened area is actually Pakistan, then Afghanistan, then India, then Iraq. Now for unarmed assaults, most of the threatened countries India, then Pakistan. Next for assassinations, is the most threatening. The most dangerous country is actually Pakistan with 1406 assassinations. Then United Kingdom. Oh, actually, United Kingdom is much higher than that of Pakistan. Its color is actually deep. That is 1651. Then comes Colombia, then Saudi Arab, then Peru. Now, if we select particularly Pakistan, the total number of people killed due to assassination is 76. Then total number of wounded were actually 116. The property loss is 100. The successful attacks were actually 25. Suicides were 7, and specificity is 58, and vicinity is 6. Now, for conclusion, we can conclude that the country Iraq, India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan were the hotspots actually. Now, let us move on to the next section, that is growth in terrorism activities. Now, now we have the data from actually from the year 1970 to 2017. So let us analyze the whole plot now. Now here we can see that the rate of terrorist attacks were slowly increasing from 2004 to 2011. Then there is a drastic increase from 2011 to 2014, from 5076 to 6903. Then there is a slight decrease in the rate of attacks from 2014 to 2017. That is from 16,900 to 10,900. So the most of the attacks were of hostage taking and kidnapping. Then which is of there were total number of 2,570 of kidnapping. Then bombing explosion of total attacks 1,190. Then total of 888 attacks for armed assault. Then 401 for hostage taking, barricade incident. Then the others were just a quite few, and the most of the targeted audience were actually military, police, then government generals, then comes private citizens. So we can see that the most of the defense defense officials were actually targeted. So as a defense analyst, uh, my suggestion is to train our officials mm, more and make them prepare for those situations, since these are mostly happens to them, since they were the prime target of the terrorists. Then comes private citizens and property, which they might just doing for the capitals. And then comes business, then religious figures and institution, then tourists, then a government diplomatic, then transportation, then NGO, then journalists and media, then terrorist, non-state militia, then so on. So now let us see these graphs for our hot zones. Firstly, for Iraq. Now for Iraq, there is a severe increase in terrorist activities from 2002 to 2012. Then there is a drastic increase from 2012 to 2014. So we will look out for for this cause. And here we can see that since it is the most hottest zone of terrorism, but it's actually very low from beginning, that is 1975 to 2002. Then what has happened, that it is increasing after that, and it has increased in such a way that it becomes the hottest zone. So we have to find out why this is. And the most of the attacks here was actually of hostage taking, kidnapping, then bombing, explosions, then hostage taking, barricade incident, then armed assault, and then assassination. The mostly targeted people here were police. So we should train them more, because they were the most targeted individuals, and they are very necessary as well, very important persons for the protection of for their country. Then comes military, then targeted people were private citizens, property, then government general, then business, then terrorist and non-state militia, then so on. Now, for just in case, for 2014, since here it in its peak, so we just show the data for here. Here, the most of the attacks were actually of hostage taking and barricade incident, while these are just 20 and 22. So these are just recorded, others were not recorded, so there is a missing of data here. But still, from this we can say that the most of the attacks were for hostage taking, as kidnapping and barricade incident. Again here the target personals were police and military as the most, then violent political party, then government general. Now for when it is at quite low at 1998, at 1998 it was just only 7. So we can check for here now. So here we can see that there actually so less data, that the data is actually missing. So here we have to find the reason, that why after such a peace time there is actually an increase in terrorist activities here. Now we will dive into the next hot zones, that is Pakistan. Now in Pakistan, we can see that for the overall data, the most of the attacks were actually of hostage taking again, then armed assault, then bombing explosion, then hostage taking as barricade incident. Again, the most of the targeted peoples were government generals, then religious institution and figure, then police, then transportation, then military, then private citizens and property, and then utilities. Now here we can see that the attacks rate were actually very low from 1970 to 1970 to 1994. They were actually just 1 to 154. Then it's a slight increase from 154 to 666 from 1994 to 1995. Then it's again decreased from to 180. Then it's decreased to 37 at 1998. Then it is again stable for some years for 2005. Then it's again got increased, and its peak it is at 2013. There were actually 2215 attacks, and they were, most of them were actually of hostage taking. So there were actually 2215 attacks, and it is shown only 10. So that means the other type of attacks were actually missing, and most of the attacks is for utilities, then transportation, then police, then government general. So in this, when the terrorist activities are at its peak, the most of the attacks are for utilities. So this country needs to take care of these two sections for the most. Then again, at from here to 2017, there is a drastic decrease again. Now we shall dive into our third hot zone, that is Afghanistan. Now in Afghanistan, we can see the same result as that of Iraq and Pakistan, that the there was peace from 1973 to actually 2004. Then there was a slight increase in the terrorist activities. Then after 2011 there is a drastic increase from 2011, that is 421, that to 2015, that is of 1928. Then it is slightly then it's again decreasing after that. But most of the attacks were of hostage taking and kidnapping, as we can see from the other two countries as well. Mm, Then for hostage taking, barricade incident, then armed assault, then facility insurance, then assassinations, then again armed assault. Not again, that it was unarmed and it was armed. So here the most of the targets were government general, military, police. So we have to train them more and make them handle the situation quite well. Now let us dive into our last hot zone, that is India. Now for India, we can see that the terrorist activities are very variable. So here we can see that there was just peace from uh, wa- one, that is 1972 to 1982. But as compared to the others, since its range is quite small, so we can say that there is not much terrorist activities, but just due to the small range we can see there a very zigzag pattern. So here we can see that there was just slightly increasing in each section, each segment of the year, and it is at its peak at 2016, that is just 1025. So, and for the overall, the most of the attacks were of bombing and armed assault, then hostage taking, then facility insurance, infrastructure attacks, then hostage taking, barricade incident, then hijacking, then unarmed assault. And the target were most of the private citizens and property, then police, then government general, then transportation, then telecommunication, then terrorists and non-militia, and then so on. So here we can see that our military is very less, but the other countries have this this thing or this segment, as most of them has at the first, so they were the most. But in India they were well trained, so we can increase our security for our private citizens and property. But here we can see that but since the total number of attacks were huge, but still they were just 297 private citizens and property that were targeted. So this is quite less as compared to the others. So this is, we can say, this is an intermediate region, not so hot region, but it's a hot region since it has a red color in that map. So for overall, we can say that these four countries were oh sorry, for let us here analyze its peak stage. For this peak stage, here we can, most of the attacks were hostage taking and kidnapping, hostage taking and barricade incident, and bombing explosions. Though they were quite less, but these are the most, and the targeted were the police sections. Since it might be that the other datas were missing, since there were actually 1025 attacks, but it is just shown only 15 plus 50, that is 30, then 12, that is 42 attack types. So most of the data is missing, but still from this we can say that most of the attacks are for hostage taking, then bombing explosions, and the target were most were police. So so we can conclude from our analysis that the four countries there, that were Iraq, Afghanistan. Let me show you here. That is Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and India. Not India, not much, but still, they were the hot number. Now, for the hot region, I will prescribe the names of suggest the names for Iraq, Pakistan, and Afghanistan mostly. Then not then for these three countries, and yeah, the most of the attacks were for police, or police, military, government generals. So we can for so we can just say that we have to train them quite well, since they were the front line, they were the defense system of the country. So we have to they should train them well, and most of the attack type were hostage taking. So they should form a separate separate segment within their country for handling those tasks. And thank you.